Hello, everyone. I'm super excited to give this presentation to you guys. It was really fun to make. This is the I Have Oils Now What presentation, and it's gonna walk you through how to use those oils that you just got, or maybe you got started with oils a couple of months ago or a year ago, and they're collecting dust. So this is gonna help you to really understand how to implement your oils very easily for you and your family. So welcome if you are just getting started or even if you need a refresher. Also, I just want to point out that this is the oil community that you are a part of, and I really encourage you to post and ask questions, help out your fellow oil users if you see them struggling with something. I love to hear tips and tricks and recommendations because we all do this differently. There are a million different ways to use your oils for each ailment. So with that being said, I'm going to get started. Let me just share my screen. I have oils, now what? This is a video that is going to be part of a continuing education series within the continuing ed group. So if you're here in the continuing ed group, that means that you have a membership. This is a perk of being a member as a thank you, and also just so that you can really dive in with your oils. Like I said, the worst thing we want to do is really get started with this amazing company and with these awesome products and oils and then just let them collect dust. So the aim of this presentation is really to help you to understand how to use your oils. So if you got started with a kit in the last year or so, it might look like one of these. It might look like one of these, or it could potentially be a membership and a couple oils. It just depends on how you got started. If you have a user ID and a password and you can log into your account, that means that you have a membership. The Healthy Start Kit is one of those awesome starter kits that has the top 10 oils in it, and it comes with the Brevi diffuser. This is a wonderful place to start. It's going to help with 80% of health concerns that come up in the home. And then you may have gotten the Healthy Essentials kit. This is one of those awesome kits too. Comes with a diffuser, and it has 10 of our best essential oils, leaning more towards emotional support with adaptive, balance, copaiba, lavender, and even Breathe is really amazing for emotional support. And then it's possible you got started with the Healthy Habits Kit. Now this is a kit that has both supplements and essential oils. So this addresses things at the foundational level with our Lifelong Vitality supplements, which are incredible. If you want to feel your best, this is the place to start. And then 5 of our best essential oils, and Deep Blue for aches and pains, because if you're stepping into a more active, a more healthy lifestyle, that's just another layer of support that we can provide. And then Terrazyme and PB Assist to address any stomach issues, which like 75% of people suffer from some sort of tummy troubles on the regular. So this is a really supportive kit. Congratulations to you if you got started with this. So first things first, you guys, let's open those bottles. If you haven't opened every single one of your bottles yet, I encourage you, get that box off the shelf or wherever you have it stored, pull all your oils out, and you wanna put cap stickers on them. So over here to the right, you can see a little sheet of stickers. These are available on doTERRA. So with your ID and your password, you're gonna log in and go right to the accessories section of the doTERRA website, and you'll find these there. And what you wanna do is, once you've opened your bottles, put a sticker on the lid of every single bottle. This saves you from having to pick up the bottle and read the front of it to figure out which one is which can just be a little tedious when you start getting into this a little bit more. So label your bottles. It's super helpful. And then if you have them in a drawer, you can just open it up and you see what everything is. And you really, really, you guys, I can't stress this enough because I fell victim to this in the beginning. You want to put your oils where you use them. When I got started, I got this beautiful 2-tier bamboo box with drawers and a lid, and you could put every single oil in there. I alphabetized them. They looked perfect. All the labels were straight and looking at me. But you guys, I didn't use my oils. I just had an oil collection that was like, you didn't touch it because it was put together so well. So don't do that. Don't go down the route I did. I had to learn to leave them out. I have them at my desk, at my workstation here, so I can diffuse easily. I have them on the kitchen counter. Lemon essential oil, ginger, cilantro, always in my kitchen, because that's where I use those oils. And then I have bedstand oils, so I have my Serenity and my Adaptive there. Right now I actually have Wild Orange there. And in the bathroom, you know, I have all my roller bottles so that I can use them in my bathroom routine. I have an oil for, you know, an air freshener for the room, just a couple drops in the toilet before and after you go. And then I have my skincare regimen oils there as well. So just the moral of the story is have your oils where you use them. Maybe that's in your purse. Maybe that's in your car. I don't know where that is for you, but it's definitely not in the box. So if they're still in the packaging, get them out of the packaging. I know the packaging's beautiful, but you don't need it. Toss it. Make sure you recycle that packaging. So yeah, just a little tip so that you can really like start incorporating them more. Have them where you can see them and where you use them. And then I'm going to point out a couple things throughout this presentation that you're going to want to add to your wish list. So every time you see that little sentence in script, add to your wish list, just keep a list for yourself of the things that you might want to consider to add to your wish list. Other things that I get from doTERRA.com to help make using my oils easier are these roller bottles. So these I found to be the best quality roller bottles out there. I've ordered from Amazon. I've ordered from all the other essential oil accessory warehouses out there. But these are super awesome quality. In fact, these are the roller bottles that doTERRA uses in their touch line. So they're high quality glass, and they also have a really nice, the plastic that goes around the steel roller ball is really sturdy, and it allows for a nice even layer of oil to come out. I have really, really fallen in love with these. And the other thing I like to buy too is this fractionated coconut oil that you see here. We're going to talk more about that, but the pump is what makes it easier to use. I use it so much more often now that I have that pump. So put that on your list if you feel like that appeals to you. And something else I want to mention here too. Listen, I've been doing this for 5 years. Oils have changed my life in every corner of my life. And they've been an amazing blessing. I'm super grateful for these oils, but y'all, I don't have it all memorized. Nobody does. You can't know everything about everything. So I use these resources. The Essential Life book is my go-to. I call it the Bible of essential oils. There is not a day that goes by that I don't open this book to figure out how to take care of something that I'm dealing with, or, you know, a friend or family if they have something going on. I'm always looking in this book. It gives you a very, very thorough list of ailments. You'd be surprised what's in there. It surprises me all the time. Lots of stuff in there. And then it gives you the essential oil recommendation in the order of what works most frequently for most people, which is really, really cool. And then it gives you application suggestions, plus additional information on how to support that part of your body on a foundational level so that you're maybe not getting these symptoms. So it's super intuitive, also full of great recipes, and it's beautifully done. Like, it's just a nice book. You'll find yourself just reading it for fun. Love that book. All right, if you're more curious about essential oils and emotions, the Essential Emotions book is incredible as well. You can find both the books I've mentioned so far on Amazon, but also at oillife.com. And I just always recommend for people to do the price shopping, price compare, because sometimes Oil Life is less expensive and sometimes Amazon is. And I want you to get the best deal for your money, right? The Essential Emotions book also has a really sweet app, which I love because you can look up anything from an emotional standpoint and see what oils can offset that. And you can look up essential oils and see what emotions they impact. So it can go both ways. And then you have that with you all the time in your phone. So I really love that option. And if you are looking into information about how to support your hormone health from a more natural standpoint, the Essential Oils Hormone Solution is awesome. And that's by Dr. Marisa Snyder. She's wonderful. This book is full of recipes and lifestyle options for really helping to just balance out your hormones. Great for any age or, you know, any goal. You know, if it's infertility or if it's endometriosis, all the issues that come along with hormone imbalance are addressed in this book. It's really, really wonderful. Another option is the Modern Essentials book, and that's similar to the Essential Life book. It's just a different publisher. I prefer the Essential Life book, but there's awesome, very similar content in Modern Essentials. So whichever you choose, that's perfectly fine for you. You just want to look for the most recent edition. Currently with the Essential Life is the 6th edition, and that just means that it has all the most current essential oils in it. The information doesn't get outdated, but every year we do add additional oils and products to our line, and the new edition is updated with that information. Now, if you do have an older book, you can go to oillife.com and get supplement pages to slide into your older edition so that it's updated with everything. That's an option for you too. And I want to point out too, you are part of an incredible community. This oil community on Facebook is full of essential oil users just like you. You can ask questions there. You'll get answers from me and other essential oil users who have maybe had that same experience and have had results. So check out the oil community if you haven't already. You are welcome there, and I can't wait to see your face and what you can share with us in that area. Also, Continuing Ed, so that's a group that's part of the oil community, and as a member now, you get primo access to that, and that just means that you're getting all this great targeted information about different types of essential oil protocols. So maybe it's hormones, maybe it's pain, maybe it's skincare. We have all that information for you. And if you get plugged into the Continuing Ed, you'll have full access to that. And I want to encourage you to do that. All right. So let's talk about essential oils. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. And I know that it can happen. There's so much information out there. And you could ask me how I manage a burn, a sunburn, or if I got burned with a pot on the stove. I may do it one way, and then you might ask somebody else and they are finding results with something else. That's okay. There are essential oils. Well, essential oils really have so many different constituents in them that they're able to manage a ton of different issues. So it's not just one oil for one issue. And I don't want you to get overwhelmed because you'll find what works for you. The best thing you can do is open your bottle and try. So I like to say that it's similar to a salad or like similar to vegetables. You don't look at broccoli and say, what does broccoli actually do for me? You know, what's in it and how does it impact me? We don't do that with a salad. We just know that it's good. We know that vegetables are good. What are the uses of broccoli, right? Like we're not asking ourselves that question. We just know that it's good for you. Essential oils are like that because they are just good for you, you guys. It's plant life. And when you bring that into your body and into your home, you're getting nothing but benefits. I call them side benefits, as opposed to modern medicine, which has, you know, side effects. So there's no side effects of eating broccoli, but that's how I like to think of oils. There's not going to be side effects like you would have if you were using modern medicine, only side benefits. So one problem can be addressed with many different oils. That's what I want you to know here. I'm going to share actually some recipes with you in this presentation, and it might be different than what someone else said, and that's perfectly fine. All right, so you probably have some questions now that you've got your kit, now that you've got your oils. What do I need to know? Is there anything I shouldn't mix together? I get that question kind of a lot. How exactly do I use my oils? I ran out of On Guard already. How do I reorder? Or I ran out of frankincense already. How do I reorder? So those are all great questions, and I'm going to address that information here in this presentation. So let's start with aromatic use. And if you've been to an Essential Oil 101 class, or you sat one-on-one with a wellness advocate, you probably learned a little bit about this stuff, but it doesn't always sink in. I think you have to hear information like this 4 or 5 times before it really starts to sink in and you can incorporate it confidently. And we want you to be able to do that. So diffusers, how do I use a diffuser? Very, very simple, you guys. I actually have one here. I wonder if you can see this. If you can see me in the upper right-hand corner. So the diffuser usually has a little red dot, and you just want to fill to that water line. That is the max fill for water. And then you want to select an essential oil to add in, or maybe you want to select a couple essential oils. You know, you can be really creative here. You can mix up your own potions. There is no judgment. There's no wrong way to do this. If you don't like how it smells, then that might be an indicator that you did it wrong, but that's okay. That's trial and error. It'll happen. Remember, there's side benefits even if you don't like how it smells. So you want to choose an oil or a couple oils that complement each other. I like to open up a couple different lids like this. If I'm trying something new, I like to open up a couple bottles and go like this. Gives me a good indication of what it's going to smell like in the diffuser. And then I can veto it or go forward. So 4 to 10 drops, and that's total. You don't have to do 4 to 10 drops of each oil. That would be extreme if you did 10 drops of each. That's way too much for aromatic diffusion. But if you wanted to do, you know, 3 drops of each, that's something that I would typically do, 3 to 4 drops each. And that makes for a really full aromatic experience. So yeah, you don't want to go over 10 drops. I think that's probably a good level to cut off at. You know, if you did 15, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but you also don't want to waste your oils. So another tip that I really started doing a while back is if I have a diffuser that I'm using daily, I keep a carafe or a pitcher next to it, some sort of container to hold water, so that I don't have to unplug my diffuser, walk it across the house to the kitchen, fill up and bring it back every time I want to use it. You can't really see behind me because the outside light is so bright, but next to my diffuser, I do have a little pitcher, little antique pitcher that I love. And I fill that up periodically, and it makes my life a little bit easier. And then you want to clean your diffuser. I clean it probably not as often as 1 to 2 weeks. It's the recommendation, but I don't really clean it as often as I should. When the smells start to kind of collect in there and I'm not getting the true aroma that I'm working with, then I know I have to do it. So I just did it the other day. I brought it into the kitchen. I scrubbed it a little bit with a sponge that's not too abrasive. And I used a little bit of the On Guard cleaner concentrate, and I scrubbed every surface in there. And then I filled it with warm water, and I put a couple drops or like a couple tablespoons of vinegar in it, and I let it run for 2 hours. So that's how I do it. You can just wash it with the vinegar if you prefer, that's fine. You can use On Guard cleaner concentrate. You just want to use something that's mild, right? You don't want to use like a very abrasive cloth or a very abrasive cleaner. and you want to get it all out before you go forward with diffusing. So it's really true, you guys. You can choose an oil so that you choose your mood. I love this about essential oils. If you think about walking into your house and you smell the gas stove, you immediately kind of start to freak out, right? Because aroma is received in the part of your brain that manages emotion and memory and your fight, flight, or freeze responses. So immediately when you smell that, you have a physiological response. You might start sweating, you're running to the kitchen to turn that off, you're wondering how long that's been on. And really before you've had a chance to process everything, you've had a physiological response. Now it can work positively too. So when you walk into your parents' house for Thanksgiving dinner, they're cooking a turkey, they're cooking pumpkin pie and green bean casserole and all that good stuff. You smell that, you might even smell it from the car. And you immediately are triggering your emotions. So it's elevating your emotions, or maybe it's calming you or relaxing you. It's triggering your memory. You're remembering past Thanksgiving dinners, time spent with friends, time spent with family, and you're having a physiological response. So that calm response is going to lower your heart rate, and it's going to release those positive endorphins and those really positive neurotransmitters. So it's really possible to select an aroma, especially if it's coming from plants and not chemical based, where you can smell that and it can trigger all that good stuff. So we do that with essential oils. All right, so I'm going to go through a couple diffuser blends for you, just so that you can have a starting point. You know, you can play around with these, do different amounts of the drops, add in different oils. Really, you can be your own witch doctor here. Mix up those potions. It's all good. You do you, whatever you want. But these are on the screen right now. This is the immunity diffuser blends. And if you want to do a quick screenshot and save this for later, go for it. So you'll notice here there's a couple of repeat oils. These are the immunity blends. Or the immunity essential oils that are going to be most helpful when you've got a bug in the family or when you've got a scratchy throat. Listen to me, I actually just got a scratchy throat from talking too much. But these are going to be the oils that help to boost your immune system. And when you use these in the diffuser, they're going to kill germs. And then even while you're breathing it in, it's boosting your immune system. So you're really getting, you're addressing the issue on an offensive and a defensive sort of position. So On Guard. On Guard's amazing. You learned about it in your class. It is a blend of essential oils that's great for that time of year where you're really, really concerned about catching a bug or the kids coming home from school with something. So lemon essential oil, tea tree. Lemon's all things calming. Tea tree is antifungal, antimicrobial. And then On Guard lemon and oregano. So that's going to be like if somebody is definitely sick in the house, you want to diffuse that. Oregano is super strong and there's not much that it can't handle. And then On Guard lemon and peppermint, that's going to be helping with the immune system and any sickness in the house, but also opening up your airways. So that's going to be more for like a respiratory issue. All right, so if you just want the house to be refreshed and healthy, On Guard and Breathe. On Guard, boosting your immune system, killing germs. Breathe, opening up airways. And Breathe has so many great essential oils in it that just smell incredible. This is awesome. You know, it's a good one to diffuse after somebody's been sick too. So you want to really ensure that nobody catches it after the fact. This is a great way to cleanse the air and just really, really help support everyone in the home. So this is really important for anybody who suffers from allergies. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint, those are going to be your go-to essential oils. Lavender is an antihistamine. Lemon cleanses, helps to cleanse the allergen out of your system, and peppermint opens up your airways, your sinuses. So if you're suffering from itchy eyes, itchy nose, stuffy, congested, sneezing, you know, allergies can be so bad sometimes that it's like itchy in your ears, and that's awful. This is a great blend that you can diffuse. If you work someplace where you can diffuse through the day, this is going to be really great for you. Or just diffusing it in your home. Or if you suffer at night, then you want to incorporate this into your bedtime routine as well. And this is just a really great blend for allergies. I have seen people transition from modern medicine to using this, and they're feeling great with none of those side effects. Because prolonged use of medication can really wreak havoc on your body, right? So this has been really supportive for a lot of people. But keep in mind too that essential oils work synergistically with modern medicine. It's not one or the other. So if you're wanting to slowly transition from your medications into something more natural, then this can act as a support and you can wean yourself off. Something that you would want to have a conversation with your doctor about. But if you're feeling results, then that's what this is all about, right? So if you have allergies, you want to give this a try. Sleep, you guys. This is a big one. There are so many concerns out there with resting and managing stress. When we have anxiety, it's really difficult to turn that brain off at night. Now, if you take a combination of any of these 5 essential oils, you will find that you're having a more restful sleep. And maybe you don't get the combination right on the first try. That's okay. That just means that we're going to try something different. So if you do lavender and bergamot and you're like, it didn't really work for me, then we want to try balance and serenity, or maybe Roman chamomile. And it's just that everybody's body is different. It responds differently. You know, if you think about modern medicine, how often do you go to the doctor and they write a prescription and it, wasn't really what you were aiming for, and then they write a different prescription and then you see if you like that better. I guarantee you, if you use the patience that you've used in the past with modern medicine for essential oils and trying natural solutions, if you can use that patience that you've given to modern medicine with essential oils, we will find a solution for you. So just keep that in mind, that it's not always a quick fix. We might need to figure out your body a little bit because everybody's different. All right, so this is a tried and true blend for sleep. The Serenity blend was made for the purposes of helping with restful sleep. So this is lavender. Vetiver is one of my favorite oils. It's very calming and grounding. Tree oils have that effect. Roman chamomile, vanilla, and then Hawaiian sandalwood. This is awesome for a restful night, but also really, really great if you do just suffer from anxiety throughout the day. So it's not going to make you fall asleep in your lunch. It's not going to cause narcolepsy. But if you do have anxiety, it's going to mellow you out through the day. This was when I was working in the corporate world. This was one that I was using as almost like a daily perfume. I was putting it on my perfume points, elbows, wrist, neck, behind my neck. And it was really just helping to mellow me out for the day. So maybe you want to try using it in that way. Something that you can totally add to your wish list. This is an awesome staple in our home. Citrus Bliss, Instant Happy Oil. So this is, again, just a standalone blend that we've already put together for you. It's a blend of citruses, and it's a blend of, I have a little note of vanilla in it. It's the happy oil. It's very invigorating. Just a couple of drops of this in your diffuser. Actually, that's what I'm diffusing right now with a drop of ginger to add a little spice. But yeah, this is another one just for instant happy. All right, so let's talk about topical use. This is probably the area where people start getting a little bit apprehensive. There's always that fear that you're gonna do it wrong. Let me tell you guys, there are a couple safety things that you wanna pay attention to, but doing it wrong usually is better than not doing it at all. So you're gonna learn something every time you use your essential oils. And I wanna just encourage you to give it a try, right? So human touch releases endorphins that reduce pain and elevate mood. How awesome is that? How often do we get a massage? I mean, not even by a professional, which is awesome, but how often do we just give ourselves the care that our muscles are sometimes asking for? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to cover dilution, which I think is really kind of cloudy in the beginning. You know, I'm super clear on it because I've been doing it for so long, but it can be tricky if you have never done it, right? Safety tips and how to make a roller ball. All right, cool. Oops, here we go. So you want to dilute with babies, with children, with the elderly, with animals, and with sensitive skin. You want to use a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil. This is another thing that you can get. I think I already mentioned it actually, right on the doTERRA website. And it really is important to dilute specifically with those groups, but in general, just to increase the efficacy of your oils. Very specifically too, you want to dilute with hot oils like On Guard, peppermint, deep blue, oregano, cinnamon, clove. Now I say peppermint there because that's really more specifically for children and anyone who has very sensitive skin. It's something that I tolerate very easily, and it doesn't feel hot to me. It just feels cool and nice. But if you're using it on small children to, like, let's say reduce a fever, you definitely would want to dilute because they don't like that feeling. They're not used to it, right? But the other oils, deep blue, oregano, or rather oregano, cinnamon, and clove, and On Guard, when you're using those topically, they are hot oils. And you'll start to gain an intuition with this. So anything that you would consider a spice really is a hot oil. Think of it. Clove, cinnamon, ginger, oregano, thyme. Those are things that we are familiar with in our spice cabinet. And if you were to put that spice on your tongue, it would taste hot, right? It would be like really overpowering. That's the same with essential oils. Now, again, you don't have to memorize this. This is going to be available for you in the Essential Life book. And you will be able to have that reference so that you can feel confident in your use, but you will gain an intuition. Also, if you get oils in a sensitive area, the last thing you want to do is put water on it. I had an Essential Oil 101 class a couple years ago, and we were passing the oregano oil around the table for everyone to smell it. And I always caution people not to get it on their nose because it's hot, right? Like, we'll definitely have to address it if you get it on your nose. You will know you did. And one of the guests had allowed a 3 or 4-year-old to smell the oil, and she booped it right on her nose, and it was instant crocodile tears. And I get it. I've gotten oregano on my face before. It's spicy, guys, no joke. So what you want to do is take fractionated coconut oil, or if you don't have fractionated coconut oil, you can use any cooking oil in the house. So regular coconut oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, whatever you have, put it on a cloth and then just wipe it off. And because essential oils are oil and cooking oil is fatty, so it's lipophilic, essential oils are going to absorb into that cooking oil or that fractionated coconut oil, and you're pulling it off. If you use water, what happens? Oil and water are opposed to each other. They're not friends. So the water pushes the oil into your skin harder, and it increases the sensation. So it's going to elevate that sensation that you're not liking. So yeah, oils, they're lipophilic. Like attracts like. The cooking oil is going to attach to the essential oil and just pull it right off, and the sensation goes away pretty darn quickly. So keep that in mind. It's a little safety tip. You just don't want to use water with your oils because it will increase sensation. So here it is, coconut oil and this pump top. You want to add this to your cart if you didn't get it in your enrollment order. This is the key to better absorption with your essential oils. And it's really been helpful for me. I used to not use the coconut oil because I just didn't think it was really necessary. But now that I've learned more about it, it really increases the absorbability by 150%. So a really simple way to use oils topically is to put a couple pumps in your palm and then a couple drops of an essential oil in your palm, rub together, and then apply. That's a really quick, easy way to do it. I often will do it in this way unless I have a roller bottle made up. Now, absorbability of the essential oil increases by 150%, you guys, when you use a carrier oil. Essential oils are very aromatic, right? They evaporate quickly. And if you don't have them mixed in with something that's heavier and less evaporative, then it's going to just, you're going to lose a lot of the value of the oil. It's not going to absorb into your skin. So that coconut oil weighs it down and it makes it absorb quicker and more efficiently. You can see in this image on the left-hand side without dilution, yes, some of it's pulling into your skin, but most of it is evaporating. We don't want to lose that. And then with the fractionated coconut oil, it's really increasing your absorbability by 150%. And if you want to increase it like 1,000,000 times, you put a warm compress over it or just cover it. So in the example of using oils on the balls of your feet, you can just pull socks over that. You are getting primo absorption when you do that. All right, 4 reasons to dilute, just to recap: protecting sensitive skin. So for the elderly, children, if you just have sensitive skin, or if you're using with animals, and that's something that I can get into a little bit more with you on an individual basis. We definitely have resources that I can share with you on that. You want to also use coconut oil to stretch the essential oil. So it's an investment in your health, and we don't want to waste it. So when you use the coconut oil, you're making it much more effective. So you're not needing to use quite as much oil, right? So it helps to stretch your essential oils, so you're saving money over time. It also, it makes them last longer on your skin, and increases absorbability. So again, just helping to make them much more effective for you. And this one, the last one, cover more surface area. That's kind of a no-brainer, right? We call it a carrier oil for a reason, and that's because it carries the oil literally over a larger surface area of your skin. So if you wanted to apply oils to someone's back, if you were to take 1 drop of peppermint oil, that evaporates off your hands very, very quickly, right? So if you ever did the peppermint challenge, you would notice after only about like 5 minutes or so, there's nothing there. So the oil doesn't carry very far. It evaporates. You want to use a carrier oil to apply a couple drops of essential oil, because you really only need a couple drops at a time. Peppermint, 1 drop is the equivalent of 28 cups of peppermint tea, right? So we don't need more than 28 cups of peppermint tea at a time. So you want to just mix it with the carrier oil to get that coverage versus just using more peppermint oil, right? It would be a waste, honestly. Your body can only absorb so much, and the rest it just passes through, kind of like water-soluble vitamins, right? It uses what it needs, and then it passes the rest. So you don't want to waste it. Safety tip, alert, this gets a whole slide. Do not drop oils in your nose, eyes, or ear canal, okay? There are different ways to use oils in those areas, but you never want to put oils inside your nose, eyes, or ears. So here's a great way to clear sinus congestion. This is called a sinus cup. Very, very simple. You just warm up a cup of water, maybe in the microwave, or if you have a tea kettle. And then you add a couple drops of these oils, 1 to 2 drops of each, into the cup, and you want to cover your eyes and lean over and just breathe in off of the cup. This is awesome if you have a cold, if you have a head cold, if you have sinus congestion and allergies, and you want to take in a couple puffs of this and repeat as needed. This is really, really simple to do, you guys, and it can clear your sinuses like that. I have a girlfriend who actually told me that she did this on my recommendation, and it cleared it up so well that it didn't come back. So whatever she had going on, it just helped to flush that out of her system as well. All right, so this can be very common with children: earache, swimmer's ear, or ear infection, or in this image, husbands. I don't know if husbands get ear infections often, but this works for anyone. So kids, husbands alike. You just want to, this is, you know, using oils for ear issues. Again, you don't want to put it directly in your ear. What you would do is take 2 drops of each of these oils, and you can put it in a cotton ball or on a cotton ball, and then you would just press the cotton ball into the ear, and the warmth of your body allows for those oils to absorb into your ear canal, and it really, really helps with earache, swimmer's ears, and infections. These 3 oils specifically. Or you can take, again, a squirt of the fractionated coconut oil and 2 drops of each, and then apply that mixture to the bones of the ear and to the outer ear here as well, and just let it absorb. You could put a warm compress over that as well to amplify the absorption. All right, so photosensitivity. This is a tip, you guys. Not a tip, this is safety. This is important. You need to, if you take nothing away from this whole presentation, please focus here at this moment. So photosensitivity is something that can be increased on our skin when we're using citrus oils topically. Really important, you guys, to avoid sunlight for 12 hours after the application of a citrus oil onto your skin. And it's legit. You don't want to test this. Really give yourself 12 hours. It is very real that if you were to put lemon essential oil on your skin and then spend a day at the park, you will get an intense burn in that area. So just want you to be prepared and know not to do that. And I do have a list here of the oils that do have citrus oils in them so that you can be vigilant, but also every single oil that has citrus in it will say, avoid UV rays for 12 hours after applying product. So just be mindful. There's a lot of information right on these bottles as well. Now that doesn't mean don't use your oils. I use citrus oils every night to clean my face, and I have never had a single issue with burning my face. So you really want to give yourself this time if you're using citrus oils on your skin, or just avoid them during the summer months if you are not sure that you can be vigilant enough. All right, how to make a roller ball. So as mentioned before, you want to log into your doTERRA website or into your account with your ID number and your password. You would have received your ID number in your email, but if you don't have it or forgot it, you can just ask your favorite wellness advocate who got you set up with oils, and they will be able to provide that for you. And you may have set up a personalized password at that time. You can also check with your favorite wellness advocate, and they might know that answer as well. They also might not, though. You might have to do a little bit of troubleshooting. But go right to the accessories section of our site, and you can buy these awesome roller bottles, which I had mentioned before. They're my favorite. You want to pick a recipe. I'm going to show you a couple here, but really there's recipes everywhere. If you get the Essential Life book, recipes there. Pinterest has recipes. You can find information everywhere. And again, making sure you're plugged into the oil community. That's going to be where you're going to find a ton of great information and recipes as well. So pick your recipe, add those oils to your roller bottle, and then top it off with fractionated coconut oil, and you're good to go. You're ready to rock. I should add on here, make sure you label your roller bottles. I have about 5 roller bottles that I have no clue what's in them, and it makes me sad because they might have some awesome oils in them, but I don't know what to use them for. So they just kind of hang out. You really, really want to make sure you label your stuff. All right, so here's some dilution ratios. This is where I get the questions when people get started. How much essential oil should I use? So again, if you want to take a screenshot of this, this will be really helpful if you have littles in your home and you want to use oils with them. So for 2 years and under, you want to take a 10 milliliter roller bottle. So this is the standard 10 milliliter roller bottle size. And this is what you would buy from doTERRA, or if you bought the Touch oils, you would get this 10 milliliter size. So this is broken down into milliliters in this image. So for children under the age of 2, you want to do 1 part essential oil and 10 parts fractionated coconut oil. So it's going to have a really low ratio of essential oils in there. And then for 2 to 6 years old, you want to do 1/4 with essential oil, and then fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. So you're going to do 1/4 of the bottle with essential oils, and then fill the rest, the 3/4 with fractionated coconut oil. And then for 6 years and older, you want to do 1/3 essential oils, and that looks like about to here on your bottle, and then top the rest off with fractionated coconut oil. And that 6+, that is up into adulthood. So that's really the recommendation for adults is 1/3 essential oils, and then, 1/3 essential oils, and then 1/3 fractionated coconut oil. I hope I said that right the first time. So yeah, that is the kind of the go-to ratio, and that will help with safe use of essential oils with your children. I hope that's really helpful for you, because this is where I do get a lot of questions. But again, you'll get a feel for it. If your children have been raised on essential oils, then you might use a little bit more. You know, if you've used oils through your pregnancy and on your newborn right away, then you might feel more confident with using a little bit more oil in your dilution. And that is an intuition that you will gain for yourself. But this is the most, like the safest recommendation for newbies. All right, so I'm gonna go through some roller recipes here. So many people are suffering from pain and headaches. So you wanna use 3 to 5 drops of each of these in a 10 milliliter roller bottle, top off with fractionated coconut oil, and use as needed. This is for an adult, and you can really, if you have one or the other of these 2 oils here, so copaiba or frankincense, you can try one or the other, basically. Or you can use both. You know, they both have amazing properties. Copaiba is great with pain. I use it like an ibuprofen. Frankincense is an awesome anti-inflammatory. So you can use these kind of interchangeably or use both to amplify each other. And I would say also, this is really cool, both copaiba and frankincense are amplifiers. So they're gonna amplify what you got going on here with the deep blue and the peppermint. All right, so tummy troubles. Really cool option here, you guys. DigesTen has been just a godsend for me. Whenever I get a little bit of a tummy issue, I use DigesTen topically on my belly. If you have frequent issues with this, 3 to 5 drops in a 10 ml, and then you can top it off with fractionated coconut oil. And you can do more than that if you like. That's not going to be 1/3 of the bottle. If you want to punch it up with both of these oils so that you're filling 1/3 and then top it off with fractionated coconut oil, go for it, you guys. Again, this is another area where you have freedom to listen to your intuition a little bit, right? And so how I use it, I actually, sometimes I'll use the roller bottle, yes. But oftentimes I'll just take a squirt of fractionated coconut oil in my palm, couple drops of the oil in my palm, and I will make sure to rub my belly in the direction of digestion. So that's up your right-hand side, across your midsection, and down your left-hand side in that direction. That is where our large intestine is, up the right side, across the middle, and down the left. So you want to go specifically in that direction to help promote digestion. So if you have gas, bloating, indigestion, diarrhea, I use these oils for motion sickness as well. So really, really simple go-to blend that you guys can use for yourself and for the kiddos with proper dilution. Just some tips here. Again, if you want to take a screenshot and use this for later, if you're using oils for your face, You can do 1 to 2 drops per 10 milliliter and then fill the rest with carrier oil. So just 1 to 2 drops in that whole roller bottle. For skin rejuvenation, so this is going to be more intense. You're going to do 10 to 50 drops in your 10 mil and then fill the rest with carrier oil. For a body massage, you can do 6 to 10 drops in a 10 mil. For body comfort, so 15 to 50 drops in a 10 mil. And that's going to be more for healing injury. So Deep Blue is a really great one for increasing circulation and reducing inflammation. Also marjoram, lemongrass, they're going to help with different types of injury. So for that sort of issue, 15 to 50 drops per 10 mil. And then again, showing here for tummy troubles in the direction of digestion, 10 to 25 drops, depending on, you know, how much your comfort level is with that oil. So just some tips there. All right, this is awesome for relaxation. And I love to soak with Epsom salts. So what you can do is 3 to 5 drops of, you can use each of these oils, or if you're just leaning towards one, or maybe you want Serenity, or maybe you want to do balance with this. You add those oils to a 1/4 cup of Epsom salts, and you can double, triple, quadruple this recipe and keep it in a cute little mason jar in your bathroom. Just give it a good shake before you sprinkle in your bath water. And it's incredible how the oil really permeates all the Epsom salts and then fills your bathroom with this incredible aroma, and it's super, super relaxing. So give yourself a gentle detox bath with these oils. All right, so just another tip here, you guys. These oils really have a place in every little facet of your life. So I just want to encourage you to ask yourself, how can I use my oils today? So maybe you are getting a massage done. Bring your essential oil with you. Maybe it's Balance, maybe it's Serenity, maybe it's frankincense for cellular health and anti-inflammatory. Bring those with you. Ask your massage therapist to incorporate that into the massage. It will really elevate your experience. And there's so many side benefits, right? So bring tea tree to a pedicure treatment. I have done this, you guys. And it was actually kind of sneaky. Well, the person doing my pedicure wasn't looking. I put a couple drops in the water. Or I'll just apply it to my feet before going in to get a pedicure treatment, just to make sure I have that extra level of protection with antifungal. So give your kids a back rub before they go to bed to calm them down. Lavender, vetiver, Serenity, Balance, not all of them, or 2 of them if you want. You don't need to do all of them with their little bodies. Very, very calming, very, very relaxing. And again, you can do that with the fractionated coconut oil, and it just really feels awesome. And it's a great way to connect. Massage oils into your jawline after dental work. I mean, have you ever had your teeth drilled and you just feel tension in your muscles here? Copaiba, frankincense can help to release that. Or if you're talking a lot like I am and you get a little bit of tension in your jaw, bring to work to help manage stress. A lot of workplaces will allow for you to have a diffuser running if it's not an issue with anybody else. And that has been awesome for a lot of people for managing their own stress, but also helping to reduce the stress of the people in their environment, which can also lend to your stress. So it's a win-win situation. Or maybe you bring little sample bottles with you to the office so that you just have them there for you, and you have your full-size stash at home, right? So then you have oils at your arm's length wherever you are. Bring little samples of your favorite oils to the office. Also, On Guard products after a grocery store run or while you're on a grocery store run. So it's not very often that I leave the house without my On Guard hand sanitizer. And I absolutely love it. I use it on my hands. I'll use it on the cart. And then you can also make some really great DIY wipes with On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, which I have incorporated because it was getting really difficult to find wipes at the grocery store. So I made my own with rubbing alcohol and On Guard essential oil. And yeah, the oil actually, not the concentrate. I use the concentrate for other cleaning products in the house. But yeah, there's some really, really great DIYs that I can share with you if you want to reach out. I have some great On Guard stuff to share with you. So we're going to step into using essential oils for internal use and why you would want to do that. So essential oils, they're used in everything. So as flavorings, as dressings, in gum, in candy, and mouthwash, in traditional products. And you got to kind of ask yourself, what is the quality of these essential oils that I'm putting in my body, right? A lot of chemical-based things carry with them toxic load, and that can contribute to brain fog and muscle aches and skin conditions and migraines and bad moods. So you want to be mindful of bringing outside products into your home that maybe don't have good quality essential oils in them. So using oils internally, there's a couple ways, right? You can add it to your drinking water, and that's going to help to make your water more tasty, so you'll drink more often. You really want to do half your body weight in ounces of water throughout the day. So you just take your body weight, reduce it by half, and that's the amount of ounces you're going to consume on a daily basis. So you want to add essential oils to that, specifically citrus oils, because it helps with balancing your hormones, and it helps to facilitate a really nice, gentle daily cleanse for your kidney, your liver, all your filter organs. You can also take essential oils in a veggie cap. Veggie caps are really great for making your own little concoction or like a little supplement almost, so that you can take the oil internally without having to taste it. So a good example of this is when you're not feeling well, oregano essential oil can really manage just about anything, but it's spicy. You do not want to put it in your mouth without, you don't want to put it in your mouth without having it protected in a veggie cap. So this is a great way to take that oil and bypass your taste buds and get it internally, so you're getting 100% of the oil inside your body. You could also buy soft gels. So many of doTERRA's best blends have been made into little soft gel capsules that are made specifically for internal consumption. They're very easy to take because they're just like popping a supplement, and they are all oil. So it's really, really safe and natural. I do get asked this often in the beginning too. So small amounts, you want to take oils in small amounts often versus large amounts not often. Oils support us when we're having them incorporated regularly at small doses. So if you want to just take a quick snapshot of this, it gives you a good idea of how much you should be taking internally, orally, or dermal, or aromatically when using your essential oil. So aromatically, that's in the diffuser. Internal, that's like in a veggie cap or in your drinking water. Oral is when you're using them under your tongue. So you can put a couple drops and just hold them under your tongue before you swallow them. And then dermal would be if you were to press it to the roof of your mouth. And that is just the different ways that you can use them internally. All right, so awesome to use your oils regularly internally. This is just a little safety tip. You really want to make sure that you're always using steel, glass, or ceramic, never any plastic or styrofoam. That will certainly start to eat up the plastic and styrofoam, the synthetics. Put it in your water, and then you're drinking that. And that's really what we're trying to avoid here. We're consuming oils to cleanse our kidney and liver, not to add more toxins to our kidney and liver. So you can start off really easily by adding 1 to 2 drops of citrus into your water every time you fill your water glass. And then throughout the day, it's really accumulating, which is great. You can do 10 to 15 drops to help balance out your hormones. And that's been really effective with me. All right, here's another example of the soft gels that I mentioned. Remember I said lemon, lavender, and peppermint in the diffuser for allergies? Well, guess what? You can take those internally as well, and doTERRA has beautiful Tri-Ease supplements that are just lemon, lavender, and peppermint, so you can take them internally and get systemic relief. Really, really awesome. I've had people transition from using modern medicine to manage their allergies to being able to just take this supplement, and it's been really awesome. So the Immune Bomb, take a quick snapshot of this. This is awesome, you guys. This is what I do if we have cold and flu symptoms, or if like we've just got a little bit of something going on and you want to flush it out of your system really fast. So you do 2 drops of each of these essential oils in your veggie cap. And I don't have them with me, I'm sorry, but they're just clear vegetable cellulose capsules. They open up really easily, and then you want to put 1 drop of each in there, and then you close it back up and you take it like a supplement. You don't have to taste it at all, and you're getting 100% of that oil in your body versus topical or aromatic where the percentage is much, much lower. And this will help to flush out any bug that you guys have going on in your home. If you've already gotten sick, it's going to reduce the amount of time that you're sick. If you feel something coming on, it's going to keep this from going full blown. So this has been really, really cool. 2 drops of each, and then you can just top off the rest of that veggie cap with lemon oil until it's full. Close it up, take it internally. So here's something that you can add to your wish list. I love this stuff. If you're somebody who does get sore throats, or the kids are getting sore throats, these cough drops are incredible. They have the On Guard essential oil in them, and it will numb your throat if you have a chronic tickle. Very, very cool. So let me ask you this. Are you somebody who wants to feel awesome? I think we all are. And I just want to remind you that we're meant to feel awesome. You know, if we are having tummy troubles, or we're feeling lethargic, or we're getting headaches, or we have chronic allergies, chronic skin conditions, this is not the life that we were meant to have. I truly believe that we can all feel awesome. And if you're having any of these health concerns, it's a really good idea to focus on your health from a foundational level. So these lifelong vitality supplements are something that I have incorporated for a really long time with doTERRA. I took them pretty steadily early on, and then I had a little time where I lapsed, and it was maybe about a month or so, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month, where I didn't take them, and I really could feel it in my body. I could feel it in my emotions. So I got very irritable, very difficult to manage emotional problems. I was flying off the handle, and it also impacted my body, where I was feeling very lethargic. I was feeling very, not motivated, and tired. So I took a look at what I was doing or not doing, and I noticed that I wasn't taking my supplements. So I reincorporated them and I came back, right? So this is what's so cool about these supplements. They're food-based, and it's all your vitamins and minerals, your omegas, and then essential oils and herbal ingredients to help increase energy, to support heart health, to support brain health and joint health and inflammation. These are truly a life changer for me. And I would encourage you to learn more about them. They do also have essential oils incorporated into the ingredients, including DigestZen, which helps to regulate your tummy. So if you have any tummy issues, this has been really helpful for a lot of people, but also just general vitality, energy, alertness, better mood, less irritable. I can't say enough about these supplements. And if you reach out to whoever got you started with essential oils, if it wasn't me, of course, reach out to me if it was me. But if it wasn't me, reach out to your favorite wellness advocate and they can share with you how this has changed their life. I have people who are using this who their hair is growing better than it has since they were children. I have people who discovered that just had new discoveries with their bodies, right? Like better nail health, better sleep, better digestion. Great for any age, you guys, too. Not small children, we have special supplements for children, but I mean any stage. So 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. These are great supplements for everybody. And essential oils and nutrition as a foundation of health is really going to help support the use of other products so that everything's working efficiently, because it allows your body to work properly. And when that happens, everything that you're trying works more efficiently. So there's also additional targeted supplements: On Guard, Tries, Digest, Zen's Endocrine, Copaiba, Serenity. These are, again, for internal use, and it's just the essential oil in a veggie or in a soft gel capsule. All right, so that is all the information on, getting started with using your starter kit, and I hope you found that interesting. Come back and look at it again. If you're feeling like you need a refresher, the video will be there for you in the continuing ed group. Please make sure you're a part of that, and I think you'll find a lot of great stuff in there. So I want to talk to you about our frequent flyer miles program. This is how I use my products and essential oils. So what I've done is, instead of buying cleaning products, skincare products, self-care products, stuff for the house, instead of buying all that product at a grocery store and lugging it in the house and not really knowing if it's clean or what kind of toxins or chemicals are in those products, I've taken those dollars that I would spend there, and I now spend them here in our frequent flyers miles kind of like program. If you are somebody who wants to be rewarded for taking care of yourself and your family, this is like, you're a redneck if. This program is for you if you like free products, if you have a rewards card for every grocery store, right? Like, you're making sure you're collecting your points, you're cashing them in. If you love earning enough Sky Miles to fly completely free, that's awesome. That's kind of what this program is, but it's for wellness products. It's for healthcare for your home. Just a really, really cool program I'm going to talk to you about. So the monthly wellness box, you may also see it referred to as LRP or the Loyalty Rewards Program. When you do an order of 50 PV, which, if you're looking at the essential oils, PV and dollar amount is usually very, very, very similar. So you're talking about $50. So if you order 50 PV in this monthly program, then you are going to grow in the percentage of points that you get back. So you're going to start off with 10, and then every 3 months that you do 50 PV, and it doesn't have to be consecutive. It could be over the course of 6 months or 9 months. But when you do 3 of 50 PV, you will graduate from 10% to 15%, and then you'll graduate after another 3 orders over 50 PV to 20, and then 25, and then to 30. So when you're ordering 100 PV of product, you're getting 30 doTERRA dollars to use the following month, which is pretty bananas. You're already getting 25% off, so add in that extra 30%, and you're getting a 55% discount. So this is below wholesale, you guys. There's really not a better way to buy good quality oils. It's super cost effective when you utilize this plan. So how does it work? If you decide that you maybe don't want to do 50 PV or more in a given month, you can just keep 1 PV in your cart. And that might look like On Guard mouthwash, toothpaste, Breathe, cough drops, or maybe one of our bath bars. So you can just leave 1 product in there, and then you get a bar of soap that month, and you'll use that bar of soap, right? These are products that are very usable in the home. Or toothpaste. Like, I thrive on this toothpaste. I will never use another brand of toothpaste ever again. It's fluoride free and it's whitening and it tastes awesome. So yeah, you can really just scale back if you want and scale up if you want. It's entirely up to you. You can have free reign of editing your cart right up until the day it ships. So you want to edit it before the day before it ships. Now there's different levels of this. So that 50 PV maintains and helps you to grow your percentage back, right? So there's one more step up. So we have something called the product of the month, and that is available for anyone who orders a monthly wellness box between the 1st and the 15th of the month. And that is available when you order 125 PV during that time period. And the product of the month, it's different every month. We don't know what it's going to be until the 1st. And it's sometimes very unique and limited edition essential oils. Like Citrus Twist is very, very nice. It's a blend of citrus oils, and then it has some spice oils in it like ginger. And it's just really unique and fun to get a free product like that. We had clementine, we've had yellow mandarin, and I'm gonna butcher the name of this one, Nayuli, which we had last month. I know that's not how you say it, but I cannot figure it out. So really cool that doTERRA is always giving back. They give back to the communities they work with, to the growers that they work with, and they give back to customers left and right when you're a part of this program. So it's really simple. I'm gonna walk you through how to actually place your first order if you haven't done so already. You're gonna need 2 things to get started. You need your ID number and your password. So when you got started, you would have received an email with your ID number in it. If that's long gone, just reach out to your wellness advocate. They have that on file. If it has been in the last 2 to 3 years, they should have that information. And then you would also have a unique password, and you either set that up or your wellness advocate set that up. And you can also, create a new one if you need to get in there and you weren't able to remember the old one. So really simple, just like every website that you log into, you need your ID and your password, and you go ahead and you click log in. Now, when you're in there, it's gonna have this box. It says your loyalty orders, and down here it says create a one-time order. So the one-time order isn't gonna give you all these benefits that we're talking about. So you're gonna be able to get shipping points. So that means that the cost of your shipping, you get back in points. You're gonna be getting points for your actual order. And you're also gonna have that opportunity to earn the product of the month. And if you, at some point, decide that you wanna do this as a business, that you've been sharing oils with all your friends and family and you find yourself talking about it a lot, that might be an option for you. And in order to do that, you would just have 100 PV order in your LRP. So LRP opens up all these things for you. Points, shipping points, the ability to earn a paycheck if you can't stop talking about essential oils, and then a product of the month. So really, really simple. You're gonna choose create new LRP if you like free stuff. The next screen is gonna ask you to choose a date. And you'll notice, and I should update this image, I must have done it after the 15th. When you get in there, the 1st of the month to the 15th here are gonna be purple. They're gonna look like this. And though that just signifies that that date qualifies you to earn free products when you order over 125 PV. So that's that product of the month deal. So you just click one of these dates. Maybe you want to do it on payday. Maybe you want to do it on the 1st of the month. Maybe you want to do it towards the end of the month. That's up to you. I would just recommend, if you want to get the most potential from this program, order before the 15th. So you go ahead, you select your date, and you click save the date down here and shop. And I don't think I need to teach you how to shop. right? Like, I think we're pros. We know how to online shop. You can easily navigate the website. You can look at oils. You can look at single oils, blends, accessories. There is also a section for kits in the loyalty rewards program. We have bundled kits that are further discounted as, again, a thank you for your loyalty and taking your health seriously and getting yourself a monthly wellness box. So take advantage of that. Look at the kits, look at the collections. There's skincare, there's hair care, there's detergent, there's cleaner concentrate. There's so much good stuff in here for your home. And then as you're using that, you're earning points and you can cash those points in for free oils. So take advantage, you guys. There's lots of discounts in there. If you are ordering the Lifelong Vitality supplements that I had mentioned, you get the ability to add on additional targeted supplements for $20 to $25 a piece. If you're doing the supplements and you want to get your kids started on something, you can get the omegas and the vitamin and mineral supplement for an additional $25. Or if you're suffering with aches and pains, deep blue polyphenols, and for additional tummy support, our probiotic is incredible. So you'll get the ability to cash out. So proceed to checkout. Sorry, I'll walk through that. And here you can see your shipping points earned. So on this particular order, $3.99 shipping was selected, and that bumps up to 4 points for you, which will be available the following month on the 15th. And then you also get loyalty points. So the percentage, this is that percentage of points that you get from the PV. So see the total PV here, you got 32, 60, 10, 10, and 10. This is a percentage of that PV that you're getting back in points. So this 4 and this 18.3, that'll be available after this order processes the following month on the 15th. And that, my friends, you just cash in for free oils. And then you would hit proceed to checkout, and it would have you review everything again and process, and then boom, you set up your first loyalty rewards order. Amen. Good stuff. So after that point, you want to make sure that you are editing your cart before the next time it ships. So remember, we picked that date. That's going to be your date every month, and it's totally customizable. You can set it and just leave it, or if you decide one month that you would like something earlier, then you can go ahead and change the date, or go in and just hit process now. Or if you need to have it later in the date, or later in the month because you have some variables going on, then that's totally fine too. You can shift it that way as well. And this is really where you're going to want to add new products from your wish list. So I'm helping you out with your wish list a little bit, but I'm sure you have some ideas of your own of things that will work for you and your family. So you want to go in monthly, and you're going to take previous items out and add in new items from your wish list, and you can redeem your points. So that's going to be available to you every single month. So based on some of the things that we talked about, the items that I pointed out that you might want to put on your wish list, that looks like 139 PV. These are all the things that we talked about. So the On Guard cough drops, the fractionated coconut oil with the pump, and then the roller bottles. Bottom left, those 3 supplements are the Lifelong Vitality supplements, Veggie Cap, Serenity, Tri-Ease, Serenity for anxiety and or sleep at night. Tri-Ease for allergies if you do suffer with allergies, and then your stickers. So this little cart, if you were to put these together, would be 139 PV, and then you get your shipping points and you get your LRP points. So you're getting these awesome little bonuses just for taking care of your health. So let me give you some tips based on all that stuff that I just shared with you. So you want to set your date before the 15th so you can get the POM or the product of the month, right? And now if you decide that month that maybe you don't want the product of the month, that's fine. But you at least have that option to get it if that's what's going on. So also keep in mind, doTERRA will send you an email 2 days before your LRP, and you can also opt in for text reminders. That is really helpful for a lot of people. Sometimes we are more attentive to our text messages than we are to our inbox. So opt in for that if it will be helpful for you. Order what you would have spent at Target or Amazon for things like supplements and household basics. You guys, this is what I'm doing. Anything that I was buying out there in the market, so like grocery stores, Target, Amazon, I really just took those dollars and I shifted them to a better product, a cleaner product, something that's very usable, very effective, and very clean and healthy and non-toxic. And that is super important to me. So to advance in your earnings every month, try to do 50 PV. Now, if you don't do 50 PV, that's okay. You'll stay in that program. You won't lose any of your percentage, but 50 PV is going to advance you. And you want to process your order when necessary. So let's say you chose the 15th of the month for your process date, but it's day one, and you know what you want. You want your supplements. You want to get more fractionated coconut oil, and you need to stock up on the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate and detergent, and you're like, we need it now, okay? We ran out, we need everything now. So you can just go in there, and instead of, when you edit it, instead of hitting process on the selected date, you're gonna hit process order now, and that is gonna allow for the order to be available earlier in the month for you. So just keep in mind that that date that you selected, it's not set in stone, and you can order whenever you want. In that, as long as you're using that loyalty rewards program or getting that wellness box, you are earning points, you are accumulating percentage, and you're going to get rewarded for taking care of your health. So thank you guys so much for sitting in on that information. And again, if it was a lot, save the video and check in when you need a refresher. I hope that you found it informative. Dive into the oil community, into the continuing education pages. That's really where you're going to learn how to use everything and gain that intuition. And now that you have your wellness wish list, go ahead, log in with your ID and your password, and start playing around with that cart. Set up your LRP. Ask your favorite wellness advocate if you have questions. It's all available to you, and we want nothing but for you to succeed with your health goals in a natural way. So thank you guys so much. So grateful for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.